Will Smith and Jada Pinkett had been for a long time seen as the model power couple in Hollywood. Will was seen as this wholesome guy who was a family man and a very loving husband to Jada. That's until 2020 when August Alsina decided to air out some dirty laundry about Jada Pinkett. He had decided to come forward and claim that he had been sleeping with Jada while he was living in their house as Jada's best friend.
And one thing that people ask, like, who is August linked to romantically? Because you're never very open about that. Like, I remember you put out this song, Nunya, and a lot of people were saying, okay, you know, August is dating Jada Pinkett Smith, and that was something that was circulating as a rumor, and that kind of solidified it to people. So what was the real situation with Jada Pinkett Smith?
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, you know, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing, and I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life, you know, and I truly and really, really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her.
After this happened, Jada decided to invite Will on her Red Table Talk show to talk about the situation.
I felt like it was important to come to the table to really clear the air. You know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
You could tell from Will's face that he was deeply hurt by all this, even though he was trying to play it off. Obviously, this naturally turned Will into a meme, with millions of people all around the world clowning him for allowing his wife to put him in this situation. More videos of her embarrassing Will surfaced after this whole situation.
You know Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just...
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, you know, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table because she's helped us a lot, can't you?
And Will's wholesome family man and loving father persona began to crack. After the whole entanglement fiasco and Will being memed to death online, everything finally came to a head. During the 2022 Oscars, Chris Rock decided to make a joke about Jada and her bald head. She claims that she shaves her head because she suffers from alopecia, a condition more commonly found in men where your hair begins to fall out.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Well, Jada did not find this joke funny, and even though Will did, he decided he would take it upon himself to go on stage and perform the slap heard around the world.
Oh, wow!
After sitting down, Will had some not so kind words for Chris.
Wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
To make the whole thing worse, Will won an Oscar that night and said this during his thank you speech.
Being called on in my life to love people and to protect people and to be a river to my people. And I know to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay. But Richard Williams, and what I loved, thank you, D. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, Be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
This beef between the Smiths and Rock did not begin that night though. Chris had a history of making fun of Jada, and maybe this was all due to that. He had made jokes about her in the 90s, and in 2016 had this to say about her.
Now, the thing is, why are we protesting? Why this Oscars? Why this Oscars, you know? It's the 88th Academy Award. You gotta figure that it happened in the 50s, in the 60s. I'm sure there were no black nominees some of those years, say 62 or 63, and black people did not protest. Why? Because we had real things to protest at the time. What happened this year? What happened? People went mad. Mike got mad, and Sharpton got mad, and Jada went mad, and Will went mad. Everybody went mad, you know? It's crazy, like Jada got mad. Jada says she's not coming, protesting. I'm like, is she on a TV show? Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
After the slapping situation, Jada decided to further embarrass Will by posting an Instagram post simply stating, "This is a season for healing and I'm here for it." No apology to Chris Rock, no apology to her fans, and no acknowledgement of the situation. People online were split on this. Some people believe that what Will did was right because he was defending his wife's honor and name, while most people believe that what Will did was out of pocket. If you're going to a comedy show or an award show that's being hosted by a comedian, you can't be mad at the comic for making a joke. That's their job, entertain the crowd. And if you watch the video again, Will was entertained by the jokes until he saw his wife's face. I think all of that was pent-up anger and frustration of him being embarrassed online by August. A lot of people pointed out that he didn't have that same kind of energy towards August for banging his wife. After this, Will made a video where he apologized to Chris for his actions and admitted that he was just angry and frustrated and that he let the joke get the best of him.
I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk. And when he is, he will reach out. Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insult.
Well, it seems like Jada simply can't stop embarrassing Will and her family. Recently, for her 52nd birthday, Will shared a post on Instagram that read, "Happy birthday, mamita. I've been to 28 of your birthday parties. I don't know if we're ever going to top the one that Rakeem performed at, but here's to a lifetime of trying. Hashtag walking each other home." She, on the other hand, had a different type of post to share for her birthday. "Not in a million years would I have dreamt that Fresh Prince and I would become, very acquainted. Not in a million years did I imagine 3 lives, their fates would be so intertwined. And I would have never imagined that this video would become a tangible memory of the last time Pac and I were simply kids together. Pac and I lip-syncing Parents Just Don't Understand by Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince during our junior years in high school. Who would have thought? Hashtag our worthy journey." Clearly, this woman isn't over Tupac, and she will never be. This woman has expressed decades later that she's still deeply in love with a man who is not around anymore. This is from a man who would have clearly never seen her as more than a friend.
And I'm tired of her always talking about Tupac would have did. Tupac wouldn't have with her. Tupac wouldn't have with her. I'm tired of that story. It would have never went down. Oh, Tupac. I know Tupac. Tupac wouldn't have been with you. You know, and I'm just tired of this mindset some women have. They think that whether it happened 20, 30 years ago, a nigga's still gonna with you. It would have went. Tupac was a boss. He was very intelligent. The nigga cut off Madonna, dog. That's how cold Tupac was.
Her daughter even wrote a letter to Pac about how much her mother misses him. The letter she wrote to Tupac states, "Dear Tupac, I know you're alive someplace. I think that my mommy really misses you. Can you please come back? Can you come back so mommy and me can be happy? I wish you were here. I really do." This is cold, especially coming from Willow, who is Will's daughter, begging for a man she never even met to come back so that her and her mother could be happy. I know Will must have been devastated when he found out about this. But the embarrassment didn't stop there. Jada's making the rounds right now because she has a book that's coming out titled Worthy, where she basically embarrasses Will and the family once again. In her book, she claims that her and Will have been separated since 2016 and that they weren't officially divorced, but that they have been living that way since then. This explains why they call each other life partners and not husband and wife. She also claims she never wanted to marry Will either, but this just makes Will look even worse than before for slapping Chris Rock. He did it for a woman who now claims they've not been married since 2016. A woman who was sleeping with her son's best friend and claimed it was an entanglement. A woman who openly embarrasses him on camera and has destroyed his public image. A woman who has been in love with a man that's been dead for over 20 years now. How low can she possibly go to embarrass Will at this point? It just absolutely baffles me that this is what's going on right now. It seems like after the whole August thing, Jada has given no fucks about Will Smith and his public appearance. What seems like every other month at this point, she finds a way to embarrass the family, but mainly just Will. A man who has been loved by the public for many years and is riding into his golden years with a tarnished image because of a woman who never really loved him. At this point, I just think it would be best if they both just officially went their separate ways and stopped pretending like they're married for the sake of an image. Everyone knows at this point that this is all a lie and that this couple hasn't been happy for years. I also think that Jada does this every so often because she has largely been irrelevant since The Matrix, and this is, I think, a way for her to somehow maintain some level of relevancy with the public. Family be damned. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and follow me on social media. The links are always in the description down below. And if you enjoyed this video, check out one of the ones right here on the screen. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.